Okay, let's start with reading class. Reading class, remember to decorate the third partial. You have 1 minute to decorate the third partial and leave the space on the page that you're going to decorate it and write it down, cause and effect. That is the topic for today, cause and effect. 2 minutes to do this, and then we're going to start with that. Now, one question for you. You finished, Rebecca? Okay, excellent. Do you know what is cause? What is the meaning of cause? Do you know what is effect? Have you ever listened these two words before? Cause and effect?
I know what's effect. Un efecto.
That's right. In Spanish is that. Do you know what is cause?
No.
No.
No causa.
That's right, Rosa. That is in Spanish. So you say causa y efecto in Spanish. Cause and effect. Now, do you know that one things that you perform or one things that happen, it can have an effect. So we have the action and the reaction of something. Gabriela?
I think the cause and effect play an important part.
Yes, they are related. When you talk about cause, also you talk about effect. They are related. These two words, they are related because when you make a cause, every single time that you make an action that it's a cause, you have an effect. You have a reaction. So you perform the action, you have a reaction. So what happens or why happens something? So cause and effect, these two words, you're going to find it out related. All the times you're going to find it out related, and we're going to see some examples about that. Some examples about it. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now we're going to copy in the notebook. In the notebook, we're going to copy this. What is cause and what is effect? We're going to copy just this. What is cause and what is effect? Just this meaning. Cause is why something happened. Why? The reason. And effect is what happened. The action. What?
You have only to copy the square.
Yes, just this. A cause is why something happened, and an effect is what happened. Just this you have to copy. Just this. Just this you have to copy. Okay? The meaning of cause and the meaning of effect. Now, remember that just this we are going to copy. This is just explanation. What is down? You don't have to copy what is down. Now, a cause, we can have one cause, but we can have many effects for the same cause. So you can have one cause and you can have one effect, or you can have 2, 3, or more effects for that cause. So that's why it says sometimes a cause can have more than one effect. Sometimes that we have, when we're reading a story or reading a paragraph, we can find some keywords, so clue words, keywords that tells you when you're talking about cause and effect, why you can have this word, because you have so, if, then, or since. These are keywords. These keywords, they are like a helping words because they help you to figure out what happened and why. So sometimes we can find keywords, but sometimes we don't have keywords. We don't have keywords, for example, this. Look at this. Remember, just this is what you have to copy. Just this first part. Cause is why something happens, and remember, effects is what happened, is the result. For example, this. Okay, just hold on. We have the cause.
I have an example.
Okay, just hold on. We have the cause. This is the cause, number 1, and we have effect. What is happening here? It's raining, right? So it's raining, so that is the cause. Because it's raining, we have an effect. What happened with the flowers?
Are growing.
They are growing, the plants are growing, flowers are growing, they are blooming. That's right. So that is the cause and this is the effect. But also using the same cause, we can have a different effect. Imagine that it's raining right now and you are walking on the street, you're walking. What is going to happen? That is the cause. It's raining. And what is happening to you? You're going to get wet. You don't have an umbrella, you are going to get wet. So that is another effect. Using the same cause, we have a different effect. Yes? So as you can notice, we have one cause and we can have different effects. If it's raining and you don't have an umbrella, you can get wet. Or if it is raining, flowers and plants can't grow. So we have another effect. So that's why I was telling you, we can have one cause and many effects. Many effects. If it is raining, what is another effect? It can be some houses can be destroyed because of that raining. Okay, now let's see, hold on, let's see Khaled. Tell me, Khaled. And then Lucia.
I have an example.
Okay, tell me what's your example.
I don't know to say pastilla in English.
The peel.
The peel is the cow, and the effect, is we no te explico en español.
No, try it in English. Try it in English.
And later to drink the peel.
The peel.
Feel good.
Okay, that's right. So, but you can have.
Lo que quiere decir en español que la pastilla es el causante de la cura de su, entre comillas, enfermedad.
Okay, that's right. So you say, okay, because I drank the pill, I feel better. I'm not sick anymore. That's right. You're having a cause and effect. You can say, because it was raining, I got sick, and now I need to drink a pill. And with the pill, now I feel better. As you can see, we have causes and effects in this example. Let's see, Lucia. Tell me, Lucia.
Oh, I copy.
No, just remember, just copy this. This what I'm going to hear, the meaning of cause and the meaning of effect, just that. Let's see, Rebecca, tell me, what is your example, Rebecca?
I know I have an example, a question of the flower. The flower, also, que the sun, les puede ayudar ya.
Remember that here is just an example. It was raining and the flowers, they grow. But remember, the plants not just in its water, they need sunlight, they need more soil. Okay, they need to have more things to grow, right? But this is just an example. It's an example that if it is raining, some plants can grow because they are getting water, one of the nutrients that they need to grow. Yes? Remember, you have to copy just this. Now, let's take a look at different examples. Let's take a look at different examples. Here we have a lot of examples. We're not going to copy this. I'm going to tell you what to copy. So let's copy what I'm going to point here. Number one, copy this example. This, we have the cause and the effect. So the effect happened because of the cause. That is what happens. Cause and effect, they are related. Copy the example. They are examples. Yes, copy this.
One big mistake, as a result, she lost a job. Only that, Miss?
Yes, copy right now this one. She made one big mistake. As a result, she lost her job. You can use a different color to write as a result, so you know that this is a keyword, a clue word that helps us to identify. Copy this. I'm pointing what you need to copy. She made one big mistake. That is the cause. What happened? Why happened and what and why? We answered that question. She made one big mistake. As a result, she lost her job. That is the cause, the mistake, and the effect is lost her job. Okay. Now you're going to copy the second example also. Copy the second example. Yes. Mary studied hard for the chemistry exam. Therefore, she got an 8+. Copy the second example of.
The first one.
Number 1 and 2, yes. Now, what is the cause? Mary studied. When you study for the exams, the result, the effect is that you get a good grades, right? You get good grades. So that is the cause. Study hard for the exams, and the effect is to get good grades. Tell me, Khaled.
Mía,
Mhm.
¿y qué resultados tenemos en los exámenes de segundo parcial?
Okay, now I cannot tell you the result. They were good and excellent grades. Some of you get 100 points in some classes, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to talk that with your parents. No, right now with you. But if you study, you know, you have an idea. I will.
Lo hice bien,
You saw the exam. Yes, you did the test. You did it.
aunque no
Yeah.
estoy seguro.
Okay, don't worry, you're going to know it later. Now, that is the cause. Remember, study for the exam, so the result is to get good grade. Now, copy this exercise number 3. You're going to copy also this. It is too late, so that we cannot go to the cinema. What is the cause here? The cause is this. It is too late. You cannot, and the result, the effect is that you cannot go to the cinema. You're not going to go to watch a movie to the cinema because it's too late. Imagine that you go to at 11 p.m. It's closed, the cinema, so it's too late. So we cannot go to the
cinema.
At 11 p.m.
No.
No, it's not.
12 p.m.
Okay.
Perdón. Porque no sé si sabes que algunas películas empiezan a las 9 y terminan como a las 11 o...
That's right. Yes, at 9. But imagine that you go to the cinema at 11. You cannot go to the cinema at 11. You can go at 9 to watch the movie. But at 11, you're not going to find any movie that you're going to see from 11 to watch from 11.
The movie closes at 11.
Yes, the movie ends or finish at 11 or 12, but you cannot go to 11 at the cinema. No. At 9, yes, because at 9 you're going to watch the movie, but not at 11. So that's why it's too late so that we cannot go to the cinema because they're not going to go to find a movie. Now, also copy this. We're going to copy this for example.
We're gonna copy all.
No, just the for example. The for example that I'm pointing to you. We're not going to copy everything.
So what you're putting, we're gonna write that one, we're gonna write that one and that one.
Or you want to copy everything?
No.
No? Okay, just 4.
Just
Just
kidding.
4. Due to the bad weather, the match was canceled. What is the cause, class? What is the cause in this example, number 4? Due to the bad weather, the match was canceled.
The bad weather.
The bad weather is the cause or the effect?
The effect.
That is the effect. That's right. Due to the bad weather is the effect. The match was canceled. So the cause is the match was canceled. These people cannot play because why? The reason is there is a bad weather today. It's raining too much. It is snowing too much. So they are not going to play. So we have this cause and effect. You can, once you finish, you can take a look at the other examples. We have more examples, but we're not going to copy all of them, just these 4. For example, look at this. She was tired as a result working late. She was working late, so the next day was tired.
What? ¿Qué significa? What? ¿Qué significa? In Spanish, therefore.
Therefore, it's to say as a result is the same. As a result, como resultado, therefore, it's a synonym for as a result or for the word so. So look at this. Look, take a look at the other words. They cannot go to the cinema because it's too late. It's the same of the one that you copy.
Yeah.
Who wants to try to make one example? Try to make one example by yourself.
Miss, yo ya di un example.
Yes, Khalid, you already shared one.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the cause. I'm going to give you one example with cause, and you're going to try to tell me an effect. Maybe we can find a lot of effects for this cause. Okay. Imagine that today you don't have energy, you don't have light energy, no tiene luz, you don't have, it's a lockdown, so you don't have energy. That is the chaos. What it can be the effect? What is going to happen if you don't have energy or you don't have connection of the internet connection?
Now we're going to have classes.
That's right, that is the effect. You're not going to be in classes, you're not going to be connected. What else?
Now we're going to eat.
Yes, you cannot eat something in your house because you don't have lights. There is no electricity, right? You're not going to be able to. You're going to buy. You're going to buy something. Maybe you're going to go to a restaurant to eat something, right?
Yes.
Yes. What is another effect if you don't have electricity or internet connection in your house?
We're gonna be so bored.
Okay, that's right. See, and you're going to be boring. Why? We are going to be boring. You're not going to have connection, electricity. Maybe you're not going to be using your cell phone. You're not going to be playing video games.
We can make FaceTime.
Yes, that's right. You're not going to be in FaceTime. You're not going to be making TikToks. You're not going to be on Facebook and all the social media that you can use. No, right? You're going to be boring.
It's a thing they cooking with a carga, asador.
That's right. You're not going to be. You're not going to have charge. Rosa, tell me, Rosa. Sorry.
And cooking with a asador.
Okay, yeah, that is an option. That is going to be an option. But we're talking about the cause and effect, but that's great. You're going to use, you can grill the food.
We can have no water.
No water? Why not water?
Here.
In my house,
The water is
Oh, okay. That's right. So as you can notice, just one water cause, I'm just saying, I already said just one cause, and you find a lot of effects. So we can have a cause and a lot of effects for the same cause, right? Now, did you finish the copy classes? This, for example?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
No? Just for example, this for example that you see that you have the arrow, the red arrow.
What, miss?
Did you finish the copy, just the for examples?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's
Furnishing. Furnishing.
okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide if you finish to copy some of the examples. There are some examples, don't worry. Now, let's go and identify, the cause and effect for this story. We're going to read this story. So if you have your book, you can look page 158, 159. Yes. So this is the title. Who is in that page? Who wants to help me to read this? Super Cooper Scoopers.
Gabriela.
Gabriela?
Yo,
Okay.
Rebecca. Me.
Okay, let's start with Gabriela. Then I'm going to mention someone. Super Cooper Scoopers. Do you know what is a Super Cooper Scoopers?
No.
No? Okay, a Cooper is in a school. In the United States, there is this school, a Cooper Elementary School. And also they call this Cooper to the person that they make different things like wooden barrels. They make wooden barrels, so they are called Coopers. And it says in the urban way to speak, once the people see someone the Coopers, they need to say Coopers. You need to say Coopers. Why? Because it means that you are getting to know this person. If you are saying Coopers because you are having an acquaintance, you are get to know these people. Other people say that they are called Coopers because they are wearing, look at the things that they are wearing, these boys. They are wearing a scooper. The clothes that they're wearing, all of them, they have a scooper. So it might say that. Now, let's identify what happened in this story. Gabriela, please start reading the first part.
Longfellow Creek and Seattle, Washington was in trouble. The salmon that used to swim there stopped coming. Salmon are the fish that love creeks, but Longfellow Creek was too dirty for them. So the students and teachers of Cooper Elementary School start a super cleanup.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we have Cooper Elementary. Okay,
I think that your dog.
okay, now let's continue with the reading. Let's continue with the reading. We have Cooper Elementary School is the name of the school. Is the name of the school that these boys, this boy that you see here, they are having. Now, let's continue with the second part of It's Rebecca. Help me to read it.
Okay, our quiz was one of only 3 left. In school, that the small cow lived in the same young. To my stand, it was sad that they didn't have anywhere to lay their eggs. Clean up water can be hard. That the clean up soft on black garbage gets ripped apart in creams and spread everywhere. The rings had to use neat and shows to get the trash out of.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now it
Of
says,
the tree.
okay, no, just hold on. Let's finish here and we'll read. You can read the 2 pattern. Now, let's continue with the reading. Let's see one boy that help us to read the next page, and then we're going to explain more about it. See, Fernando de Alessandro, help me to read the next page.
Miss, I don't listen you.
I listen a little bit of you, Miss.
You don't listen to me?
No,
Yes, yes. Okay, now
yes.
let's continue here with the reading. This part.
It was our idea to do something for the fish. At Chris Bowerman, 11. It felt good to get our feet wet and help out. Good news, the kids made the creek so Eileen the salmon are swimming there again. Jackie is even happier than the fish. I think you're cute. She says, Glove.
Okay, thank you. Now it says here, what is happening in the story? What things do you understand in this story, class? What is happening? Who wants to tell me, wants to share what is happening in the story? What things do you understand about it? No?
That was cleaning the school.
Excellent, Gabriela. That's right. These boys that you see here, they are the Cooper's, the boys, they are Cooper Elementary School students. They were cleaning out the creek, un arroyo, we can say that is the creek. So they were cleaning up the creek because there was a lot of trash, a lot of garbage in that place. And what happened with the salmons? There were a lot of salmons in that place. What happened at the beginning with that salmon when there were a lot of trash?
I don't listen to you.
Listen to me.
No, yes.
Yes or not?
I-
Yes.
It's because
Yes,
you're
now yes.
yes, but louder no. Now yes,
Oh.
but the last no.
Yes. Okay, I was asking
Listen
you,
a dog.
my question was to you. What happened at the beginning of the story when
I don't listen it clear.
garbage? No,
Please.
Don't listen you by your dog.
you don't listen to me.
No, me, I don't listen.
No. Okay, just hold on.
I don't listen but the dog.
Wow. Hola, Conchon. Adiós.
¿De quién es el perro?
¿Dónde
Deben estar regañando al perro. A ver.
¿De quién es?
Okay, now can you listen to me now? Class?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, better, right? Now, my question to you is this. What was happening on the story? What was happening on the story? That since in the beginning, at the beginning, there were a lot of garbage, a lot of trash in the creek. The creek is an arroyo in Spanish. So there were a lot of garbage, trash. These boys, they were in the creek to clean it up. So what happened with the salmon? What happened with the salmons at the beginning? What happened at the beginning with this salmon?
That the salmon
Salía sucio.
That's right. It was near the plate, so there were no salmons. They were dying, maybe, because it was a lot of trash, garbage. They cannot live in that place. You cannot live in a place where there is a lot of trash, right? So they cannot lay their eggs in that place. So that was what happened at the beginning. But what happened at the end, class, if this is a story? Do you think that they were the salmons?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's right. At the end,
salmons are swimming again.
now there are a lot of salmons in the place again because they clean it up that creek, right? So that it says, that's right, it says good news. The kids made the creek so clean, the salmons are swimming there again. So here you don't have to copy this. Here we have just some causes and some effects for what happened. For example, cause number 1, it says because the creek was dirty, we have 3 effects for just the same cause.
No creek.
That's right. Salmon stopped coming to the Longfellow Creek, that place. Another one, salmon had nowhere to lay their eggs, and students and teachers started a super clean up. That was the cause. And the effect was this 3. We have 3. Number 2, we have a second cause that we can identify because the garbage gets ripped apart in creeks and spreads. The effect for this is that the kids had to use nets and shovels to get trash out of the creek. When they were making the cleanup, that was the effect, to clean that place because there was a lot of garbage in that creek. And the last one, because the creek is now clean, remember at the end it was clean, the effect is the salmons are swimming in the creek again. So as you can notice in the story, we identify causes and effects, yes? Now, let's finish. No, you don't have to copy this. This is just orally that you identify causes and effects. So let's finish here reading. Remember that you don't have homework. You don't have homework this week in reading. Yes? Any question before we go? No?
No.
Okay, let's finish here. Bye-bye. See you later. Going on.
Bye.
Yay, no one.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.